Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 20 of Dragon Quest VIII, Blind. Last time, Dual Magus killed the Abbot, so now Angelo has joined us on a revenge quest. So anyways, let's get going. So with that world map that we were given by Marcello, basically, I think that it would be good for us to just head back to other locations, such as, basically, Farebury, and check out to see just if we missed out on anything. Plus, it'll be a bit therapeutic to head back to an area that we should be able to easily trounce the enemies in. Yeah, really, with 4 party members and our slew of gear, we should be able to easily take down anything that basically stands in our way. Okay, yeah, there is something, all right. Or is that supposed to represent a dungeon? I'm seeing a little bridge there. Yeah, we may also go back to get Buffalo Bill. Also, there's that area to the east, or rather to the north. That thing's dying. Okay. Anything? Okay, judging by the look of this, a red dot signifies a dungeon on the map. Oh, but it feels good to basically to have this map at long last. Wait. Can we intimidate? Ah, yes, there we go, intimidate. Okay, I'm kind of thinking that basically, if there's something that if I'm doing off-screen exploration, it may be better to just do that off-screen, and then basically after completing an episode, and then basically if I find anything, cut back. Yeah, basically start the next episode off on that note. I wonder. Darn it! Apparently we can't choose what character does the intimidate. Okay, nothing there. Okay, so if we just cut back around there, we can just loop back and head to the northern area. You know what, let's do another intimidate. Just Jessica outright yelling, "Get out of the way!" Because no enemy wants to fight Jessica. Jessica's, yeah, basically Yangus and the hero try to be intimidating. Jessica, meanwhile, she's just pissed. What's Angelo's intimidation gonna be? He basically gives them a smirk. The enemies aren't intimidated by Angelo. They just back away willingly. Just blah! 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 Grass! Blah! Blah! Marcello gave us a curse. Now I'm going to be using this map all the time. And I will not regret a single second of it. Though speaking of which... Okay, nothing here. Yeah, let's just attack. I want to get at least a little, get at least some money. I don't think that Angelo's going to need a shield right this second. He's not like Jessica, who's really squishy. Yeah, but this map's really nice to have, just being able to explore, see what's going on. Yeah, but this sort of moment is just so therapeutic, just being able to smack down enemies without having to worry about just getting your ass handed to you. Okay, so we'll head over there, see just what we can find, and then we can make our way back over to the west and see if there's any sort of area there. What's that over there? It may not be much, but darn it, we're gonna do it. Okay, maybe we could okay, that is a boss. Let's do it. Axoraptor. Okay, I'm really liking that name. Okay. Psych up. Yangus. Okay. Yeah, we'll go in with Helm Splitter, Jessica, okay, Angelo, okay, Psych up. Yangus, exact same thing. Helm Splitter. Okay, we'll use Snooze. Psych up again. Okay, that hurts, that hurts. But at least we're surviving. Get the finger out of my mouth. Yangus, Helm Splitter, Jessica. And Angelo, Psych up. Okay, apparently they build up a resistance. Okay. No, I'm kind of curious, just what happens if basically you use Psych Up, basically past the 50 mark. Okay, Jessica. Zap. Ziz is a group. And Angelo. Attack. Okay, nice. Okay, so that's what you get for defeating those sort of enemies. Okay, so what does this treasure chest contain? Okay, Seed of Life, and puts in the bag. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna want to keep giving this sort of thing to As much as I want to give that to Genghis, I'm half tempted to give that to Jessica, but then again, yeah. Then again, just Genghis relies on his health. Okay, yeah, there's that one path I want to check out. Yeah, but you know, with the strength that we have, I think that we could take on Buffalo Bill. Yeah, well, we can do that after we're done checking this area out. Yeah, I'm just really curious to see what's down that path. Okay. Yeah, Intimidate is a lot more efficient in terms of just ending the battles off, but just it skips down the experience points as well as the gold, which may not be much, but it adds up a little. Jessica just bludgeoning something to death with a stick. That is just very in character for Jessica. Aha! So what's down this path? Watch out, we enter some place called the Grove of Death. Duomagus' lair, which is right by Farebury. Okay, so this is the area that we started the game off in. And trip down memory lane. You know, I thought that was going to be a one-off sort of place in the game. That would be cool if they included something there. Watch how basically there's some secret boss that you fight there. Yeah, for a second I thought that was a person. Castle Trodane and Farebury. loving how the game just builds the world. Just seriously. Yeah, where basically just everything just syncs up so well. Just the direction that the crew would have gone. And watch how we're gonna pass by that bridge that was destroyed with that was destroyed because of that fight with Yangus. Yeah, now I feel really bad that we couldn't explore earlier because basically that would have just given some closure to basically when you come across a destroyed bridge. Oh, how did this bridge get destroyed? But then again, without being able, I was about to say just we wouldn't have known that was Castle Trodaine, but that sign says that we're going towards Castle Trodaine. Yeah, we'll go down this way a little, see if there's anything there, and then we'll go towards Castle Trodaine. But really, I just love exploring this world. It's just so vast. Yeah, now, this game could actually have, this sort of world could have benefited from what Okage did, where basically you have plenty of space to run around and avoid the enemies if you so desire. Just don't do what Okage did, and just make it where the enemies just are absolutely mobbing you. Wait, what's that up there? Yeah, it looks like a house. Yeah, it looks like there's a house behind the waterfall. Yeah, we'll give that a look over. Yeah, we'll work back there once we explore the near the area near Castle Trodaine. Yeah, Yangus probably destroyed the only bridge that we had getting there. We're gonna need the Lakitu bus from Mario RPG. Yeah, it's so weird how basically just, I'm thinking of RPG, I'm constantly comparing this game to other RPGs that we played on that basically were covered on this channel, basically, namely Earthbound and Okage. Yet for some reason, just the Paper Mario, the Mario RPG, and the Paper Mario, Mario and Luigi games, and Mario RPG, basically, I was just overlooking them. I mean, with Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi, yeah, it's one thing, because basically just those games operate on a very different battle mechanic system than a standard RPG. But yet Mario RPG is quite literally basically a Final Fantasy game with basically Mario elements. That Culex looks like an enemy that you'd fight in Final Fantasy, basically. Even down to the boss theme. Yeah, look at the bridge! And yep, they skipped down that treasure chest. Yangus, you monster! Yeah, how much you want to bet that we're just going to be going full circle? Watch how that chest contains the most powerful item in the game. Spending an entire episode exploring the field outside Farebury. But hey, this is part of the fun of it. Just part of the fun of playing an RPG, exploring the world. Just soaking things in. And we've got a little money back. I didn't even realize that we could go behind the waterfall. Even though that's pretty much the classic trope. Yeah, but then again, I can kind of understand how we wouldn't see that house. I mean, basically, it kind of blends into the top of the waterfall during the day. Yeah, so we'll go check that out, see if we can get there. Watch how that's just some set piece. But hey, it's worth a shot. It's worth going there. Okay. Yeah, I wonder how much that silver coin's gonna be worth. I mean, if a bronze one was worth 200, then I can only imagine what this one's gonna be worth. I really want to check out that house, so we'll take the shorter route. Yeah, it feels like going to a whole new world. Yeah, thank you, Trode, for basically that cutscene. If it wasn't for that Trode cutscene, I would have basically been more inclined to check that out. But then again, with how tense things were at the beginning of the game in terms of health, just we were constantly every battle was basically a slog. Just, we were getting hammered just getting to the waterfall, let alone basically having the flexibility to explore. Especially before we had Zoom and we had to rely on Chimera wings. Okay, I'm not seeing a treasure chest up there. Okay, that's an invisible wall. I feel so accomplished finding this place. Yeah, watch out, it's Geezer's house. Yeah, we open the door, just Geezer just punches us right in the face. Pretty cozy house.
I don't often get visitors all the way up here. Well, now that you're here, maybe I can ask you a little favor.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, only going to say this once, so clean out your ears and get listening. If you go outside and look at the view from the top of the mountain, you should be able to spot a tree with red leaves.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that tree.
I had a bit of a kip there when I was out the other day. It seems I left my tool bag behind. I don't expect you to do this for free, of course. I'll be able to give you a small reward. I'll be waiting here in my hut for you to bring it back. Try not to take too long.
Hey, sure, I'm more than happy to. Knew that tree was gonna be big. Yeah, it would be nice to have a sort of marker system in this game. Okay, where are we going? Okay, if this is anything. Yeah, I'm also noticing basically a bridge to the south. So yeah, maybe we can go and check that out, that bridge to the south first. And then basically we can go to the red tree. Watch out, we're never going to get to the red tree. I'm going to get distracted by a bunch of different things because I want to explore the world. Yeah, the more I play this game, the more basically it reminds me of Danganronpa S. Yeah, really, I guess that Danganronpa S really did take notes from this game, or rather from the Dragon Quest series as a whole. Because I'm pretty sure that basically, with a game like Dragon Quest, with a series like Dragon Quest, basically, just they're not it would be like Final Fantasy in that basically they do have consistencies over the course of the games, you know. What's Armor Seco Essence? Okay, that's actually pretty nice. We wanted to check out the other side of that waterfall anyways. There's another enemy. Gotta kill it. And watch how this thing kicks our asses. The one night stand. Okay. Angus, psych up. Jessica, we'll try to put it to sleep. Okay. Psych up. Psych up. Jessica. Psych up. Okay, and Angelo, psych up. Okay, let's see what happens if we psych up again. Let's try to blow a kiss. Okay, apparently nothing happens. Oh, nice. Good job, Yangus. Okay, so apparently 50 is the max. Okay, copper monster coin. Okay, so apparently monsters have tiers, basically. The easier ones will give out bronze coins, the harder ones will give out silver coins, and possibly there are gold coins as well. I love this. I am loving the exploration. Though I will say this. One thing that Okage did leagues better in over this game was the item system. Basically, same with Earthbound. We're basically being able to see just what items, just seeing just how exact, just seeing your spells, basically, as well as just having a more thorough look of just what's going on under the hood, you know? In terms of just how all the different stats are blending together, how all the different items are blending together. I would say that basically Earthbound, in terms of traditional RPGs, I believe that Earthbound basically handled things very well with how basically the inventory system was. Because yeah, each character had their own sets of items, but basically it felt clean, you know? Wait, was that... We're just looping back around to that checkpoint bridge! Yeah, no one's leveling up anytime soon in this party. Yeah, let's just try to get that toolbox and then basically just return to the guy and then basically we can end things off. Okay, good to note how basically red signifies dungeons, blue signifies towns. Ah, there it is. Okay. Zoom us back to Farebury. Yeah, but that could really work as a tactic, basically. Put the enemy asleep with Jessica, and then just start charging everyone up. Yeah, we won't have to worry about enemies attacking us while we have this holy water. Frankly, this holy water. This holy water is very nice. Just being able to block at enemy encounters. Just having that repel. Oh, if only this sort of thing was in Okage. If we had this in Okage, this would have made things a whole lot better. Especially in regards to those maze dungeons. Where you're just running around and basically just trying to find those urns, only to get ambushed by enemies in corridors. Really, the corridors were the true enemies of that game. Especially in the Great Library. Ugh. I swear, basically, my skin still shivers when I think of that dungeon. Yeah, basically do some Okage stream during basically Christmas. Confront the library. Feel the library. One with the library.
Ah, you found it. Let's see. Yep, this is the one. This is definitely my tool bag. Thanks. I suppose I better give you that reward I promised. Huh? Hey, you there! That little mouse you got there is no normal mouse. It's your pet, isn't it, right? Here, have this cheese as your reward.
What were you going to give us originally? I don't want cheese! 8 pieces of plain cheese in the bag.
It may just be plain old cheese, but that mouse here sure seems to like it. And I could be wrong, but try giving it some next time you got yourself into a fight with some monsters. You'll never know what might happen. Anyways, there's enough noise out of me. Thanks again for bringing my bag back. You're still here? Sorry. Munchy, you say? Well. Now that's an interesting name.
Okay, anyways, on that note, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. Like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. With that, see you next time. Bye.